Hello, it's Christina with leadsandleverage.com coming at you live this week. I love Facebook live stream because I get to engage with you guys. Yesterday's conversation went like a totally different direction than I thought it would. It was fabulous. I loved it. And I want to welcome you to this. If you're watching this in replay, I try to get on a couple times a week and answer your questions and help you with your lead generation, your Facebook lead generation, your blogging, things like that, all related to growing your business. I would love it if you would let me know that you're here, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this in replay. Just comment so I know that you're here, excuse me, so that I can talk with you and help you, etc. And today I actually just got done writing another article for Inman. I just sent it in to be published. I don't know when they'll publish it, but I just sent it in, and I thought it would be a really good topic for us to talk about here on Facebook Live. So hopefully you guys can hear me just fine. Here's the thing. I wanted to talk about some time. Hi, Mary. Thank you. My husband just said the same thing. He likes this color on me. So I'm like, oh, that was nice. And that was always nice to hear that going right into a live stream. So I actually have some kind of I call them time creating hacks, if you will. A hack is really kind of a short-term thing you can do, or little tweaks and things you can use or implement or do to help get you to where you want to go, or to get you what you want. So there are a couple of things. I wrote this article for Inman. It hasn't published yet, but it will be publishing. And I'm going to go over, they're kind of two big things. And then there are, let's see, I'm looking at the article. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kind of hacks that we'll talk about. So on the big stuff. So this really started when somebody told me that they were too busy to blog. And you could just say, I'm too busy to insert whatever you're too busy to do right here. So I'm too busy to blog. And then, so that started it germinating in my mind. And then I was at an event, and I can't remember, it wasn't this past weekend, but there was something else I was at. And the speaker shared a stat with me. I talked a little bit about this piece yesterday, and the speaker shared a stat with me. And he said that the average American watches 4 hours of TV every single day. And I was like, oh, okay, well, it's on 4 hours. And he said, and that doesn't mean the TV's on for 4 hours. That's how much they watch for 4 hours. And I went, who has time to watch 4 hours of TV a day? But that was my brain. But what he was getting at was, well, and I was thinking, well, I don't watch TV. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I don't watch TV. I watch maybe a movie a week. I just don't watch TV. I don't really love it. I just don't watch it. And I was like, well, I don't, whatever. And he's like, and if you don't watch TV, if you're sitting there saying, well, I don't watch TV, that's not my time waster. He goes, I want you to look and really analyze, how much time are you on Facebook? How much time are you going down the web rabbit hole? You know, like something pops up and you click on an article, then you see another article, and then you see another article, you just, that rabbit hole that you keep going down. And I was like, crap, I'm guilty. Now, I don't know how much time it is, but oh, I'm guilty. So the point is that we waste a lot of time, big chunks of time. And so it really came home. This is why I ended up writing this article. I wrote the whole thing today. It just like came spilling out of me. This morning, I woke up about an hour earlier than I normally would. I was awake, I was ready to go, and I thought, oh, okay. So I reach over, I pick up my phone, and I'm scrolling through, talking to some of you guys and stuff for an entire hour. And I put down the phone at the time I was supposed to get up. I put down the phone, and I get up and I start doing my stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just did it. I just intentionally, yet unintentionally, wasted an hour of time. And I was thinking, okay, I could have gotten up and gone for a walk or exercise or spent time with God or done any of these things to make my life more productive and enjoyable. I could have started work an hour earlier, so I could have gotten off an hour earlier. I mean, just all these things within my mind. I was like, wow, I just totally wasted this time. So I get it. I get this whole, we waste time. So when I say I'm too busy too, I really need to reevaluate, what am I really busy doing? And Facebook and web and TV, those are the big ones. Those are the really big ones. So when we're looking at this, we need to analyze our big chunks of time. Where are our big chunks of time going? And where are they? Are they being siphoned out a little bit at a time? Or are we sitting down and Netflix binging? Oh my goodness, I've been guilty of that. I don't watch a lot of TV, but sometimes okay, so this is gonna reveal a guilty pleasure. I really like Full House. It's just I like the older version. I like the newer version. I really like it. So when it came out a few months ago on Netflix, guess what I did? I binge watched it. I watched every episode over the course of 2 or 3 days. It was insane. So it was insane. So believe me, I'm right there, which is one of the reasons I don't watch a lot of TV, because I kind of just go and I'm right in it. So watch your big chunks of time. If you're kind of going, oh, I need to relax or I need to do whatever, and I tell you right now, TV is not helping you relax. It is not. We think it is, but it's not actually helping us relax. No. Go for a walk. Get a massage. Drink a glass of wine on your porch. Sit around the fire pit with friends. I don't know, meditate. There are all these things we can do that are actually better for us and more of what we're saying we want than what we actually want. So anyway, back to so you analyze your big chunks of time. See where you're kind of wasting it and see what you can do to change that. And then this is the other thing. My husband had a professor back when he was in college, and the guy always said, this is my husband, so I'm telling this third party, but this professor always said, you need to use your 15 minutes. And what he meant by that was that we always have these 10 and 15 minute time periods of just dead time. Now, back then, we didn't fill it with the phone and Candy Crush or Facebook. We didn't do that because we didn't have that. That was, we graduated a few years ago, so it's been a while. But we're waiting in line, or we're, at the doctor's office, or trying to think of what else I use that, that 10 minutes you realize you're done early and you need to leave somewhere, or you wake up an hour early like I did and totally wasted it. So there's that, kind of use your 15 minutes. And I'm going to get into this and give you some tips on how to do that. But really it's, instead of going on Candy Crush or going on Facebook, click your record app and record, oh yeah, there was a conversation that I had this morning with a client and blah, 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 blah. Those are triggers to help you with your topics and things, I'm really wanting to get around the whole blogging thing. But those are triggers that you can do. If you have the Evernote app, I love the Evernote app. I love the Evernote app. I love the Evernote app like I love Edgar app. They're awesome because you can record stuff now. You can record it on voice and it'll transcribe for you on Evernote, so you can record that in there. So record your thoughts. If you just had a transaction, you're leaving something, you're leaving a showing, you're leaving something, you've got thoughts going through your brain. Record it, because those will help you with topic stuff. So you're using your 15 minutes, okay? So here are some I'm looking at my computer screen because I just submitted this. Here are some actual time-saving hacks that you can be implementing. All right, so the first one, this one's a hard one. Believe me, it's not the hardest, but it's a hard one. Turn off the notifications on your computer and on your phone. So you have to turn off your Facebook notifications. You have to turn off your Messenger notifications. You have to turn off your email notifications. See, there's this awesome little thing that all of these programs have discovered. They know when they discover it. Sorry, my dog's gonna bark. Kids just came home from college or their class. They've discovered this fact that if there's a little red dot right there, you're going to go and you're going to stop what you're doing that's actually maybe productive, and you're going to go click and remove that red dot. Also, if something pops up on your screen, you might be completely engaged in something else and pops up and you're going to go like this. They know that. They know this. You got to turn them off. You got to turn them off. So turn off your notifications on your computer and on your phone. You're not going to miss anything. really you're not, because we're so ingrained in living on our phones. We'll see it. Just turn off so it doesn't distract you when you really are in the moment, when you're in the flow, when you're trying to focus. Here's the other one. Turn off your TV. So if you, and this is, I'm not talking about the time, like I'm not just talking about when you're watching it. I'm talking about leaving it on. We tend to leave TV on for background noise, or I don't know what. I don't like background noise. So, I mean, I like a low music playing, and that's it. But people leave it on because they say, I don't like to feel alone, or, I feel like I have company in the house, etc. You got to turn off the TV. The TV is causing you to get sucked in. It's distracting. You're hearing it, whatever's going on. It's not something that's playing that's keeping you focused. It's actually distracting you, whether you know that on a conscious level or not. So just turn that off. If you need background noise, I love background noise. Well, I like it because it helps me stay focused, but I'm very specific about the noise that I listen to. I listen to music. I have certain playlists based on what I'm doing. Like if I'm doing content creation, blogging, there's a certain playlist that I like. It keeps me energized and it keeps my brain kind of focused. Mozart is awesome for this. Seriously, Mozart is the best. It really helps keep you focused. Now, that's not actually what's on my playlist right now, but I did just order a CD with a whole bunch of Mozart stuff rather than trying to use my Pandora. So really analyze how something's making you feel, because when you do these little hacks, you don't have to have motivation and you don't have to have willpower. You stay in it when you have that help. So that's one of the little hacks. Here's another one. And you guys are going to probably laugh about this one because of my business and what I teach you guys. But you need to close Facebook. You need to close Facebook. You need to get off of it. Seriously, when you are focused on doing what you need to do, whether it's writing a contract, doing your lead generation, doing whatever, you need to close Facebook. Don't leave it open in another browser because you need a brain break. The thing is if you need a brain break, you need to stand up and bounce in place for like 20 seconds. You need some physical energy going through you. You need your blood pumping. That's the kind of brain break you need. You don't need to go over to Facebook because you're not actually getting a brain break on Facebook. You're not. You're absorbing other people's drama. You're absorbing other things. You're absorbing other stuff. So if you really need a brain break and you don't want distractions, close Facebook. Yeah, it's not fun. I do it, but it's not fun sometimes. Here's the other thing. Close your email. Close the email. You need to start considering doing your email in batches. So by in batches, I mean, go into your email about late morning, sometime once in the late morning, and just handle everything you can there. And do your responses, etc. And then before you leave for the day, around 4:30, go through your email again in case there's responses to your responses, things like that. Just do it twice a day. You don't need to be checking it constantly. You really don't. And if you're worried, I'll get an offer, then up that to 3 times a day. But you don't need to be in every hour. You do not need to be in it every single hour. Not necessary. So close that email. All right. This one might actually be harder than all the others that I just said. I know it is for me, but you need to actually delete time-sucking apps from your phone, like Candy Crush, or Candy Crush. That's a big one for me. I actually hid my email app so that I have to be purposeful. I took it out of my main setup. I have to be purposeful and go look for it if I'm going to go on email. I'm about to hide my Facebook app. I'm about to do that. I do leave my Messenger up, and I do leave my pages up, and I leave my groups up, those apps, because I do work in those. But all the rest, not so much. I'm gonna hide my Facebook one, and I'm actually thinking about hiding the other ones because when I'm out of the house and out of my office and on my phone, I need to be intentional in what I'm doing. So this is separate, but when you have these apps going and your phone is sitting on your desk and you feel it buzz, it's like everything in the world to not go look at it. You fail. You just go look at it. So get those out of there so you don't hit those. This is actually one that I ended up issuing a challenge on yesterday. I'm looking for the challenges that I issued. I issued a challenge to everybody on the live stream yesterday to get themselves out of Facebook groups. We get into these groups thinking that we're going to learn more, learn about the latest trends, learn about more software, whatever. We get into these groups, and the more popular groups, the stuff's flying by, and we just get sucked in and sucked in and sucked in. There is no such thing as, I'm just going to take a quick look. I'm just going to scroll over what I'm not interested in. There's no such thing as that, you guys. So definitely go ahead and get rid of some of those Facebook groups. I challenge you. I challenge you to leave 5 Facebook groups today. That might be hard, but I challenge you to leave 5 Facebook groups today. And here's the last one, you guys. This one I think is harder for women than men, but you need to get help. You need to get help. And if you're thinking, I don't have money to get help, here's what you can do. One of the first things I did was hire a high schooler who she had experienced babysitting, but she was sick of babysitting. So I hired her at minimum wage to come. She came 2 days a week for 2 hours each time. It was right after school for her. She loved it. She helped me with filing and helping some envelope stuffing. I would handwrite my notes and then set them aside, and she would label them for me. Just all these little things, just little stuff that I would kind of get distracted by, little things that didn't require a lot of experience, and I could help her outside of babysitting. She could start getting some office experience, and it helped me. It helped me a lot. Now, if you're like, well, okay, I'll do that. What's the next thing? Hire a housekeeper. Hire lawn maintenance. I'm trying to think of, here's some things. Get your groceries delivered. If you live in a bigger city, Safeway and Bonds and Gennardi's, and those are all the Safeway ones, but all these grocery stores, they'll deliver groceries for you, to you. Amazon, if you live in bigger cities, Amazon will deliver for you. Trying to think of what else. Outsource your grocery shopping, outsource your house cleaning, outsource your lawn maintenance, outsource your dry cleaning to a cleaner who actually picks up and delivers. The point here is to start getting some of these things off your plate so that you can when you do have free time, you're not doing crap you hate. You're doing stuff you love. If you absolutely love mowing your lawn, then mow your lawn and outsource your housekeeping. I mean, it's just really think about the things that you can kind of outsource so you can really enjoy your time more. So that's really, we just have these time sucks. So when we say, the reality is, we have the time to do what we want to do, whether we're intentional about it or not. So when we say I'm too busy to blog, we really aren't too busy to blog. We just aren't being intentional about our time usage. So yeah, that's really where I'm at with all of this. What are your thoughts? I got Jennifer. Hey Jennifer. Hey Mary. I said hi to both of you guys. What are your thoughts on this, you guys? What do you have something to contribute that would be helpful? Do you have questions? Do you have struggles? What are you going through that is maybe affecting how you're using your time? We all have different situations, but we all have choices, which is awesome. I love that we all have the choice of how we're going to do this and what we're going to do. So I would love it if you guys would let me know in the comments or wherever I don't know where the comments are. They're usually below or to one of the directions on there. So it's really just, we have time, but we choose to use it differently. And if you really want to build know, like, and trust relationships with people before you've actually met them, before they've contacted you, if you want them to come to you already trusting you, already knowing that they're going to use you, then blogging or vlogging, video blogging, like live stream and stuff, is really your answer. Mary says, I think it is organization. To have someone help, I would have to be more organized. Actually, why don't you bring someone in to help you get organized? Seriously, high school students love these, especially like in the 14, 15, and 16. They will totally help you move piles. I have no idea what kind of organization you have or don't have, but they'll help you move piles. They'll help you just do little things that will just kind of, it feels really good. It's really empowering. It's helpful to them and it's helpful to you. Yeah, Yvonne says, yes, you are correct. I teach volleyball too, and I can tell a player what to do, but I can't do it for him. You can't. Yeah, and it's until we realize what we want, until we realize, and I shared that the thing that really kind of drove all of this today for me, I woke up an hour early and there it went. And don't get me wrong, I'm not about you must be productive all the time. I am really just about being intentional. I don't want to waste my time. Because I can't, money you can always earn. Time you can't. You can't earn that back. And so I'm really wanting to be much more intentional. I could have done that so that I had more time this afternoon with my family. And that's a big, because my family is a big draw for me. That's why I work the specific hours that I work. That's why I have the business that I have. I want the flexibility to be with them. So that's a big draw for me. It's not for everybody, but it is for me. So time with them, I want time with them. I want to be able to go out to lunch with them a couple times a week. I want to be able to go for walks with them, go on walks with them, go bicycling, hiking, whatever. I want to be able to do that. And so I'm trying to be very intentional about my time. Here's the other thing. In real estate and in leads and leverage, blogging has been so pivotal in changing how our business works. The people who come to us already know us. The people who, they've already decided, they made a choice. Yeah, I like this person. I trust this person. Or they're like, no, I totally don't relate to her. So it's kind of a self-selecting thing. I can get rid of or repel the people who just aren't going to jive with me. And I can attract the people who are like, yeah, we kind of have the same ideas. Let's do this. So blogging allows me to do that. So my one thing for me in both businesses was writing. I write for 50 minutes every single day. Very intentional. I have a whole list of ideas in Evernote. This morning's idea was completely off the cuff. It wasn't in Evernote. It was because I woke up and while I was in the shower, I was realizing, oh, well, that wasn't very intentional. I'm becoming more intentional about being intentional. Yeah, I could go down a rabbit hole with that one. So anyway, lots of things, lots of thoughts on that, but you do need to, I'm trying to share this with you guys. So somehow something will help you. Something, anything. I love our lives now. I don't use the word busy anymore. The last couple of weeks were fuller than they normally are. I did some traveling. I had a live event. So it was fuller. It was tighter. I had to do a little bit more work before both events. And I had next week, I have some live events that I'm going to be participating in. So those are fuller things, but we're certainly not busy by the running around ragged with our hair falling off busy. It's an enjoyable fullness. It's an enjoyable process. And that's what we've been very intentional about that in our real estate business and in leads and leverage. Anyway, so I hope that somehow these time-saving hacks or time-creating hacks and just kind of the thought process, maybe something I shared will be that little tiny course correction that you need. I mentioned yesterday that one of my big mantras that I am constantly doing in my head is focus on the process, not the outcome. Focus on the process, not the outcome. Every time I get overwhelmed with, oh, I won't achieve that goal, or oh, I won't get that, I'm driving myself back to the process, the process, the process. For me, the process is making sure I write every day and being here with you guys on live stream. These are very important to me, to how I want to relate, how I want to engage with you, how I want to get to know you. Those are important to me because that's the kind of business that I want to have. I'm not willing, for me, I am not willing to go on the speaker circuit. I am not willing, I'm making an intentional, conscious choice to not speak at big events for the most part. I've done a couple small ones, a couple individual things like Inman and a NAR event, but that's it. I'm not interested in that because that's not congruent with the life that I want to live. Some people love it. I know somebody, awesome guy. He loves the travel and he loves speaking. That's fabulous. That is totally him. So anyway, and then that goes into like building your business the way you want to build your business. So anyway, any other questions, you guys? Anything else? Anyone? Thank you so much for joining me. I love it when you guys come on and join me. I have my next mastermind powwow with my members here in about 30 minutes. But I wanted to make sure to talk to you guys. And I know a couple of you guys are my members and some of you are not. I love meeting new people. So it's awesome to meet, especially Yvonne and Jennifer. If you're on here and you're watching this in replay and you get all the way to the end of this video in replay, do me a favor, comment on this not article, comment on this live stream. Let me know your thoughts. Do you have anything to add to this? Is there something that I missed? Is something particularly challenging in this? I know sometimes it's hard. I mean, sometimes I struggle with, do I want to leave this Facebook group or not? Well, yeah, I do, because I keep getting drawn over it because I keep seeing the little stupid number of how many new posts that are in there. So you just have to decide. Let me know your struggles. Let me know your thoughts. Do you completely disagree with me? Let me know that too. Be nice though. But let me know that too. Let me know what you're dealing with that might make it different for you. All right. So definitely join the 5-day blogging challenge. Get your blog on. It's at leadsandleverage.com/GYBO. Get your blog on. Susan, my strugglers are too many projects. Yes, I can relate to that. So let's see if I can give you a couple quick tips. The first one is, yeah, I always give this tip and people go, what? So just a minute, let me grab it. Okay, so the first one, Susan, is read this book. And actually read it. Go through and read it. I went through it. I mean, I had it on my desk for like a year. And I was like, oh yeah, I've seen it. I've read it. I know what it's talking about. Pick something, pick the most important thing. You know, it's the eat the frog thing. Awesome. I'm glad you're reading it now. Yes, definitely. And then start implementing it, because when you really drill down, and you find out what your one thing is, you know what to focus on first. And what I have found is that I focus on that first, and then the pieces kind of lined up. It's almost magical in a sense. You do that, it's the big domino, and the pieces line up underneath that I need to do. So I know what I need to do, and I know what I need to focus on and drive. So that helps with the projects. Also, the other thing is, honestly, I go through and I eliminate projects. I really do. I push them off for later. Brendan Burchard, if you follow Brendan Burchard, he's a motivational kind of high performance guy. And one of the things that he said is we take on all these projects all at once when we should be taking them on one at a time. So, you know, we take on remodeling our house at the same time as we're growing our business. And I'm saying that to you going, oh my goodness, I am in the middle. I'm just starting a 6-month major challenge for my business. And I was just going to go audition for a role in something. And I just realized that would be too much, because it would be, it's a performance. Anyway, I just in the middle of this realized I can't do that. I can't do that, because as much as I would like to, my focus right now is just 6 months for this big challenge that I'm in. So guess what? I'm telling you to possibly eliminate a project. I need to eliminate one too. So thank you, Susan, for helping me, because that was that's so fun. I don't want to miss that. And I'm like, wait a minute, there will be opportunities later. This one's right now the one I want to do, and I really want to do this one. I wanted to do both. Anyway, so as I'm processing that, I'm realizing, yes, make sure you get rid of extra challenges, extra projects, as many as you can, and focus on one at a time. So hopefully that helped. All right, guys, I'll see you later. I'll see several of you inside the Mastermind Powwow. It's going to be awesome today. Mike Mueller is coming. He's going to answer some WordPress questions, or all your WordPress questions, and website questions, and all that kind of stuff. We're going to go over some of that stuff, maybe go a little bit more into blogging, whatever you guys need. So I will see you guys in about 27 minutes inside the powwow. If you're not an FDS member, leadsandleverage.com/FDS. You can check that out. But the free thing is leadsandleverage.com/GYBO. Join the 5-day blogging challenge. It's pretty awesome, and it's getting some people some business. All right? Talk to you guys later. Have a good afternoon.